going to provide the Sac County Supervisors and the Senior Center with $3,200 for the purpose of relocation of the public bathroom, furnishing the bathroom with handicapped accessible fixtures, removing the stairwell, and adding a pantry, and replacing the flooring and interior painting. And that's about what that is.
Okay. I guess I'll open the floor to any questions or discussion about the project. We as Board of Supervisors, before this started, asked for some prioritization of what wanted and needed to happen with the building, and different groups have represented different views and different priorities, and the Board of Supervisors agreed to, as owners and people in charge of the building, we did the window replacement and the back and front doors. There's been a small change to the back stairwell as well during this process. And thank you to Jack and Dean for supporting that effort. We thought that should be the first priority because of the cost of utilities in the building, and thought that would make the best effort first. So we've completed that.
And that's very nice.
We've completed that, and so now we need to move forward with what we're going to do with grant monies and figure out how we're going to proceed and work together to get that done, to make it the best possible place that we can. I had a discussion with the Congregate Meal group and the Senior Center, and there was some discussion about who's responsible for what and what's being able to be done, and I asked, I guess at that time, for the groups to secure the lease arrangement and then talk about either renegotiating or understanding at least who's responsible for what and what we're doing in that area. Have we had any progress with that?
Yes, I talked to Robert Hammond. He's with Elderbridge, and he's like Joanna and my boss over there. He's head over us. But anyway, I asked him, and he said to his knowledge there's no paperwork of an agreement between Elderbridge and the Senior Center. And he said, as far as he knows, what we are giving them for money every month is towards the utilities that we don't pay rent. The Congregate Mills does not pay rent. The Senior Citizens Center, or the Senior Center, has let them use, the Congregate Mills use the building. And what we do pay, I think, is $189 a month. Is that right, Al?
$186.84.
Oh, okay. And he said that goes towards utilities, as far as he knows.
Okay.
Or the bills. Yeah. Well, just utilities.
Just so everyone knows that when we got to digging, and before we started any renovation of the building, we asked the county attorney to go back and look up the records, and it was turned over to the Board of Supervisors in 1917. There was as best we can tell, an initial lease between the Senior Center and the Board of Supervisors in 1977, which ran from 1977, the written part of the lease ran through 1988 with a continuance of that with 30 days notice of concluding the lease from either party. That has not been done, so that lease has been maintained till today. And so that's the history on where we are. So we are the landlord. Senior Citizens Center is they have the lease with the Board of Supervisors. They in turn have an arrangement with Congregate Meal, of which I guess from my personal perspective, I certainly believe ought to be in writing. There's no question about that. Ours isn't current, but we do have something in writing as far as between the Board of Supervisors and the Senior Center. We have this commitment of these grant dollars, of which about half of it are match dollars from the county to provide some labor certainly in the bathroom category, as far as building the walls and those sorts of things. We looked at, and Jim and I did, and Jack and Dean will as well. My personal opinion of what needs to happen next is probably some consideration of lowering the ceiling or doing something with the ceiling.
The ceiling is bad.
Yes,
it is.
And there's 16 by 16 fiber tiles that look to be beyond repair to me. And I guess I'm no construction person, but I think it needs to go from the top down. I know there are hopes and plans at some point in time to do some things in the kitchen. I think right now our consideration has to be prioritizing and getting things in order to take care of the bathroom and the pantry and those things. I think that has to be next. We have a commitment that we need to follow through with as far as these grant dollars are concerned to honor that grant. So that's my input, and I'll open the floor to anyone else who wants to.
Surely that grant, the $3,200 is what the endowment fund allocated towards this project, and so that's a dollar for dollar match from the county. So we've got $6,400 to work with.
Right.
Of which includes labor in kind. That was part of our match. There's
okay. We can do that. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
My research, I think that was $1,000 from the supervisors and $1,500 from the labor. That sounds right. That's only memory.
Yeah, on the budget page, right?
The matching funds is the amount requested was $3,200. Matching funds is $3,228.30. Source of support: Sac County Board of Supervisors, and this is $500 in cash. Sac County Labor $2,500. Sac County Endowment Foundation $3,200, and donations and fundraising $228.30 for a total of $64.28.30.
I stand corrected.
I didn't know exactly what they were either.
I thought I did not. My memory is going with my nose.
So that
I'd add that, and we've said this before, that as far as the county's involvement, it's a historic building and we own the building, but we're not in the business of facilitating Meals on Wheels or supporting senior centers, whether it be Oldie Boulder, Lakeview, or Auburn, or Early, or Shaler. So the people in Sac City might have to be reminded that we're not going to subsidize the senior center's card playing or the meals in its entirety. I think I'm very comfortable with what we've done, and I think it's the right thing to do. However, going forward, whether it be the Horizon Group or the Senior Center or the Elderbrick, you can't expect the county to just keep subsidizing. I see it. We'll maintain the core structure of a historic building that I think has value to the county and the Sac City community. That's all. And I think because we own the building, everyone in the county owns that building. We have control of the building to some degree, and so if we have to act as the referees between 2 or 3 different groups, that's where I see my role.